So in today's package, you'll find a roll of the Shy Shamrock ribbon, which is one of the 2024 to 2026 in colors. So there's markers and ribbon and embellishments and paper. In these, there's 5 colors, and the Shy Shamrock is one of them. So you have a card base that's scored, and that is in the Shy Shamrock. And then we have a whole bunch of layers. Now you have 2 big pieces of white. These are going to be an outside layer and an inside. We're going to be stamping on the inside layer, but the outside layer we can just go ahead and layer on. And you just center it. And actually, I'm going to flip this over. I didn't get my card base scored quite perfectly, so we're going to do it this way. You're just going to center it so you have an even amount of space on all 4 sides. Then you have 2 pieces of pretty patterned paper, and this is the unbounded, oh gosh, now I'm drawing a blank. It's either the Unbounded Beauty Designer Series paper or Unbounded Love. I can never keep them straight. One is the stamp set and one is the paper. So we're just going to layer these. The Petunia Pop color is going to go on the top. And when you put this on, you're going to make it equal spaces on the top and the 2 sides. And then for the bottom one, which is the Shy Shamrock color, we're just going to do the same thing. Might be a little bit bigger in the middle. We're going to put it on like that. Now we have 2 layers. There's a white and a Petunia Pop, and we're just going to go ahead and layer those up. And you do have an instruction sheet as well with your kit that has the sizes on it, so that if you want to recreate this card with even different papers, you can do that. So we can go ahead and, oh, you know what? Maybe, no, we should be okay doing this. You're going to put this probably a 1/4 inch from this edge, and you're going to center it top to bottom. And the reason you want it that far over is we're going to stamp a greeting right here. Now let's take a little stop and do our stamping. Okay, so let's start with that greeting. So I have some Shy Shamrock ink, which you may have gotten in your kit. And we're just going to ink that up really good. And we're going to put this "Thanks, Friend" right over here in this space. We're going to stamp right on top of that designer paper. Then, oh, excuse me, using that same green ink, we're going to stamp 2 of the flower stamps. And this is another one of the 2-step stamps. So we're doing the leaves with green with 1 stamp. And then we're going to pull in I've got peach pie. You might have a yellow. I think maybe it was bumblebee or some other, maybe a pink color. Okay, now when you stamp the second one, you'll notice that there's these like stems that come to an end. I like to line up these 2 little buds with these 2. So you can kind of see where there's open spaces. So I line those 2 buds up with those stems. And then there's a little bud over here that's on a stem as well. I don't know, I find for some reason that the little buds are easier for me to see. And then we're going to do that same thing. This is our inside layer. So let's go ahead and stamp that right away. Oops, I should have done the green while I had it out. Okay, we'll just ink up our leaves, and I'm just going to put this down in the corner. And you could put another greeting on the inside if you wanted as well, but I am just going to leave it blank to write in. So there are our flowers there. I like to close my ink pads as soon as I get done stamping, because I have found that things tend to fall into them. Okay, now we are going to layer our flowers on here just with our flat glue. And then we're going to take our ribbon and we're going to cut about, I don't know, let's see, I'm going to fold it like this. You don't have to do this, but this is what you call the quick step. And I'm going to cut off about 2 inches maybe. I'm not a very good measure. Then I'm going to flip this over, and I want to adhere it to this side. So I'm going to put a couple strips of my tape runner, and I'm going to fold it so that it's not even. So you're going to see both sides. I'm going to squish that down there. Then I'm going to take some of those dimensionals, and this is going to take, whoops, I lost it. This is going to take 4. You're going to put 1 in each corner. And if you have trouble getting these off, you can always like either stick your fingernail in the middle, that'll make it pop, or use your take your pick tool as well. And then we're just going to center this on here, and all we have to do is put our inside piece on. Again, you don't have to put, unless you have a glue that doesn't stick very well, if you're using the Stampin' Seal Plus, just a little, I don't know, 1/2 inch on each of the corners, maybe 1 in the middle. There is our Day 6 project. Hope you enjoyed. You've got your roll of ribbon now to play with, and you've brought in some designer paper. See you again tomorrow.